I said, I was born in a very small town, and everybody knew each other, and we had, so the war, I don't know too much about that. A few incidents. But we all grew up, and all, you know, the whole town was just in our school, and we were really very close. I fought a lot too as kids, you know. I had 3 brothers, and actually had 5, but 2 died. And our fun when we were teenagers, there was not too much to do around there, but they would have like parties going on, you know, Summerfest or something like that, and they would have a big tent there, and they would bring, it's almost like the Fireman's Carnival here, and they had that because it was the saint of the church, because we were all Catholic, and then they would have their names, that would be a big celebration there. And that's how we went on Sunday. And so on Sundays we would all, us girls would get all together and we'd take long walks. So all little apples and motorcycles on the road. Then when I was 18, I met my husband. We met in the small town. Somebody was working at the base there. He invited them to their house, and we were friends with them, and I was there. That's how we met. Interesting. I got married in the United States. I got married. So then we lived. He was still a year. We lived a year in Texas, and then my first son was born in Texas. And then we came back to Thomaston. And we lived on Pleasant Street for 4 or 5 years, and then Route 8 was bought to, and they bought the house, and then we bought a house on Stump Avenue. And I had 3 children, and they went all to Thomaston schools. And I worked in list manufacture for almost 30 years, and I was quality control. I went to took the classes for all that. When I was very little, I mean when I was young, and there was the hard times that the bread was rationed, you know, and all this, and we had a big garden, you know, we had like fields, so we had a lot of vegetables, and we all grew there. And I remember when I was little, they came from the city and they would bring clothes and they would trade it for food. So, and I needed a coat, you know, and my mother said, well, all she could give was vegetables. And so I got the coat and exchanged for vegetables. So I hated the coat because my brother was teasing me and said, oh, your vegetable coat, you know. But I had to wear it until times were better. You know. Was my German dad.
Oh, okay.
You know, little boy, I'm partial to boys. See? And his name is Hans. So I bought that, and they thought maybe dresses, but I gave that all to the other house, you know, but I thought I would bring the little boy. My mother was a homemaker, you know, and my father was a shoemaker, and he went and he did shoes for the soldiers, you know, when the war started. That's how, when they were in the caserne, you know, and at that time there was not transportation, so he walked a lot, and he would have his sandwich. Now that's a good one. He would always bring a half a sandwich home and try it out, and he always bought it for me, Cotton Princess, and he said he stole it from a relative. So, I mean, that sandwich tasted so good, you know.
Okay, you can go ahead.
I'll write it quick, right?
Do it however you want.
Oh, that was somebody sweating and we all helped cook. That's two of my brothers, and they played cards. They would come on winter nights, they would play cards in the house.
Okay.
That was my mother and father. Can't even see you much. Some old boyfriends now.
Try not to move on.
Mm-hmm.
That was my cousin. He got killed in the war. And that's my husband. That's his mother. That's just when we came here. Oh, and that's already. We already was back from Texas. This is my oldest son in Texas. Okay. That's not that, you know. Here comes the lady. That's it.
All right.
The lady.
Okay.
Good.